Okay, 1952, 1954. This is Dick and Marylyn and Bonnie and Bob recording, and we figured out that's Mother Dora and the Satterleys.
And the Satterleys are neighbors or what? Family
They're
friends?
next door neighbors to
The fraternity.
Cappadella Row Fraternity at Purdue.
And that's Marylyn on the right.
And 127, whose address is that?
It was,
Must be their house.
Okay.
and it's right next door to
They were
our
sort of like
fraternity.
honorary parents of the fraternity people.
And I don't know where this is. This must be at Purdue also.
Yeah,
Because
look at the floats. And
Yeah, because
this
it
is where the
says-
floats begin.
It says
You're showing off the floats that are about to go in the parade.
that's exhibits at fraternity
yeah,
houses.
the fraternity houses had exhibits in the front of them. And there's Bonnie and Marylyn walking along on the campus at Purdue going to the fraternity house. Is
That's
that,
that's another fraternity or something. Not ours.
look at the confidence we were walking with. We were just walking along like we knew where we were going.
And I'm guessing every house had some, like this one was Dennis the
There-
Menace.
There
and
probably was a theme.
And
That's
that's the
Kappa
fraternity
Delta Rho.
house that I was at. My room was right up one of those two.
You're just scratching your butt. That's funny. This is at Western
and it's
because I recognize the people.
it's a homecoming parade.
It's a homecoming parade. And that's Joni Randall right there in the red.
Are they?
She was
What
a
are they
friend of
playing? Any
mine.
idea?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
And this must be the homecoming queen and her
Court.
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 Look at the age of those cars.
And this is another float of a sorority. I don't know which one.
And that's
This
you.
is our sorority.
And you're in the football uniform, Marylyn, right?
This is our dormitory, I think. Seachlog Hall,
What's the WMC?
Western Michigan College.
Oh,
That was
okay.
before. There's Max Plumoff's wife, Joni
really?
Artisani,
The one
Joan
in the center?
Artisani. And that's me, and that's Marylyn in the football helmet.
In the yellow. You stand out.
They wanted somebody tall, and that would be willing to dress like a boy. And I said, well, I can do that. And she was just beautiful, that Barbara. And this is back at Duck Lake.
Like the bird feeder.
Yeah.
And the birds.
Is that a bird?
Yeah, there's a couple of bird chickadees. At least
Yeah.
one. That's a chickadee right there.
And it looks like they're getting fed walnuts.
Yeah.
Maybe
right.
black walnuts.
Now, where is this? Down on the lake right
this is
here?
Bonnie and Dick ice skating on Duck Lake.
Well, get their heads in there.
And get in focus. Aw.
Isn't that sweet?
Matching red jackets.
Oh, look at he's got his arm around her waist now, and they're skating.
that.
They're
Yeah.
putting on a show for us
You can see right where they are. I recognize that.
across
we're
the
on the
lake.
lake, yeah,
Now
they're-
they're in step even. I wonder how old you were then.
Would have been at same time, 1953 or 54, probably.
don't-
Late teens or early 20s.
Wow, look at him go. You think you were married then?
No.
No, probably not.
Look at her go too.
Can't
Woo-hoo!
go backwards, though. I can only go forwards.
That was the year it looked like that one of those years when you didn't even have to shovel. The wind blew all the snow off the. Oh, that's Duck Lake Road.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a 2-track.
Trying to,
Look at the trees,
trying to
aren't they
figure out
beautiful?
Oh, there's the house. Look at that.
Maybe this was with Nancy Henderson. Yeah, there's Nancy Henderson because I can remember that day. There was so much snow on everything, and we had such a good time. Mother and Dad walked all over in the woods with us.
She was
Nancy
deaf, right?
Henderson was my roommate in college, and she was
okay.
deaf. And she had never been in a woods like that.
There's Grandpa.
And this is over by Marcus Dunes.
Oh, so this isn't right outside the house here.
No, it's over by Marcus Dunes,
Huh.
and we walked up in the dunes there, and that's the only time I've ever been up in there.
The dunes had trees all over them?
Oh, it was just beautiful. Marcus Dunes, down at
Okay.
the end of Duck Lake,
All right.
where the houses are up.
Oh, I know what you mean. Okay. Got it. Oh, I know. Yeah, it says they have signed Marcus Dunes right in front of it.
Ben Marcus.
Grandpa Tonkin and Uncle John. Aunt Catherine on the left, Aunt Esther on the right, and Grandpa Tonkin with his 3 girls.
There's 3
Our mother
three-
Dora
oh,
was the oldest, and then Catherine, and then
Those are the
Esther.
3 sisters.
The 3 sisters with their daddy, Amos. Now they're going to
dancing.
dance. They always danced when they got together. They had to do it a step together. Look at the expression on Mother's
Oh, that's
face.
fantastic. Do you know the name of that dance?
No,
It looks
kick
like
your leg.
a little bit of
Tom
Charleston or
and-
something.
Tom and Rod.
And look, it must have been really cold because
Yeah.
they're dressed.
They
Hold
really,
on.
They really know how to paddle that canoe.
That's Dan.
Oh, that's Dan. Okay.
Yeah, they're trying to.
They're trying to steer it
They're
into the
amateurs.
dock. There's Rod.
Tommy, Roddy, and Danny, and eventually there was Mark. I asked her how she knew that was the last one. She said, "You just know."
That's a tree being cut down to build the garage on the east side of the house.
Oh, so this is before the garage was built.
Yeah.
So the footage we just saw of the house.
Now, see, you could
Was-
put a tree house right up in that tree.
If it weren't cut down.
He's telling somebody what to do down there. And this is back in Grand Rapids. And there's Uncle Lloyd and I think her name is Emily. That's Sally's daughter, and I can't think of her name.
And
That's
who did you
Aunt
know in Grand
Vera.
Rapids?
Grandpa and Grandma Tonkin.
Okay.
And this is Sally. She looks just like Vera. Doesn't she look just like
I
Vera?
thought that was Vera.
No, it's Sally, isn't it?
I
Oh,
don't
it's
think-
Vera. It's got to be
yeah.
Vera. And the little girl is Sally's, though. And Aunt Esther's carrying a baby back there, she was. Now there's the three sisters,
Dora.
and the brother, and the dad. And you look at, well, hold still, you dummies. Now where's Dora? Come on, Dora. And this is Sally
Yeah. Sally
and her husband, Ken.
So this is Dora's side of the family.
Yes.
Okay.
Now this is
Uncle Harry. No.
this
Oh.
is Van Tassel's Lagonis,
Oh, yeah. There's Pat. There's Genevieve. There's, what's her name?
Mary,
Mary.
and then that's
Is that Harold Van Tassel? Oh, no, that's Pat. That's, I
And
can't
who's the
think
guy
of
with
their
who's the guy
names.
with a cigarette?
I can't think of their names. What's his name? Fred Vandenberg.
yeah.
And, oh my gosh, there's Genevieve.
Bit of a snowball fight happening here.
No, I don't know who that is in the middle. The lady in the light colored coat.
Okay.
Mary Vandenberg on the right, Genevieve Lagoni in the middle. Can't see their faces, just you can't tell.
Van
Darn.
Tassel's Lagonis, etc.
Is that Harold in the middle? Harold
that's
had a
probably
mustache.
Harold. Yeah, that's probably Harold.
Oh, I kind of want
That's-
the.
No, there's There's
That's Vandenberg.
Vandenberg.
Wasn't he an undertaker?
No.
I want that camera to
Maybe
pan
the
over where
Donnie.
the.
Oh, there's your
garage.
puppy.
There's Honey.
Honey.
Oh,
Our
that's honey.
cocker.
You don't hear
She
much
was
about
the one
Honey.
that sang.
Huh.
He died young. He got his
There's,
temper.
I don't know who the girl is.
Uncle Harry. Aunt
There's
Izzy.
Aunt Izzy, but who's this? There's Dawn. Who's that? Who's this? Who's this? There's
Okay.
Uncle Harry.
There's
Grandpa
Shorty
Hain.
and Marge. Shorty and Marge.
Okay, I didn't know Shorty and Marge.
Shorty?
His name was
Yep.
Shorty.
His parents named him Shorty?
I think he was.
That's what he went by.
Okay.
He was
That's great.
Uncle Harry's brother, I think.
And that's Grandpa's brother right there, or sister right there, Isabel, in the blue.
So he looks like Uncle Harry, doesn't he?
Isn't that cousin Dorothy there in the middle?
No.
No.
That's that uncle.
Oh,
that's
look
Harry.
at they're all dressed up,
Okay.
going to a formal.
Ticadora
Oh, what a nice
going
picture.
to dinner dance. A dinner dance.
All dressed up. They did that so much. She had so many pretty long gowns.
Oh,
And
who's that?
I don't know.
Mark Hubbard.
I bet it is. Looks like Mark, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
He grew up to be a handsome young man.
Baby Mark Hubbard.
And that's when I had that bleached hair in that one spot of bleached hair.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, I remember that shirt. It was made out of terry cloth. So that's Mark, and is it Rod?
Probably
No,
Danny,
that's-
wouldn't it?
Or
be?
Danny.
Next one?
No, Dan. That would be Dan and Mark. Because Dan was the next youngest.
And that's Dora.
Out here behind the house.
Mark Hubbard, the last of the 4 sons of Esther.
And I forget about Mark because we never really knew Mark very well.
Yeah, we saw him once at something we went to, somebody's
Who
funeral.
there is that Grandpa? Here's Dad.
We went to John's funeral.
Oh, you're building the platform that's next to the lift.
But Dad looks like he's in his underwear.
In his bathing suit, Dick, not his underwear. Is that Grandpa?
That's Grandpa. That sure is.
There's Gordon Town.
Oh my gosh. Who is she shaking?
Some kid.
There's Maxine and
Maxine.
Gordon.
And their son is in this picture. And he's the one that got my electric train.
Is he? Dickie.
That's him
His
over
name
there.
was Dick. But I can't remember. Darlene. Their daughter was,
Okay,
this is
that's
Darlene
right.
down at the bottom.
Gordon worked with Dad a lot.
Right. And Gordon is the one that double spiked my drinks on New Year's Eve. The first time I ever had too much to drink and I got sick and the whole room was spinning. And Dad was very angry with him.
I can see
I
that.
think he might have been that same New Year's party.
Yeah.
You and I were together.
Yeah, I've got a picture of them at that New Year's party here at Duck Lake.
Yeah, because you were here.
And they were sitting in the kitchen there at the table.
And Kermit and I hadn't been broken up very long, and we were talking on the phone, wishing each other Happy New Year.
Who's the girl?
I don't know.
Darlene Town,
Okay.
his daughter. That's
Got it.
Gordon and Dick and
Oh,
Darlene
okay.
Town, and their
That's
mother
a-
is on the right, and her name is
That's the
Maxine.
kid that inherited my electric train.
Maxine married again after.
There's
Uncle
Uncle
Harry.
Harry.
What kind of fish is that?
Bass.
That's a
A
bass.
bass.
Smallmouth, I think.
Hey, that's a smallmouth bass?
Maybe not.
You can tell when you see it on the side. If the lips go back behind the eye,
Okay.
it's a largemouth. If the lips are in front of the eye, it's a smallmouth.
Wow.
Look at that shirt, Dick.
Yeah.
Well, I'm all dressed in a strapless
giving
sundress. What am I
Mama
giving you?
No,
Gift.
this is a gift that we're opening.
And this, the lift
And
is built too.
I don't know if it's an early wedding gift.
Well, what is it going to be?
You'll see.
They said it was a Coleman stove.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a Coleman stove for your honeymoon.
Yeah. So we're opening it ahead of time. I guess that's what it
Sure,
is.
so you'd have it for
Yeah.
your honeymoon.
Yeah. So that's 1954 there. What Bonnie says, what
And that's
is
a
this
stove
thing?
for camping?
Everybody's saying, what the heck is this?
I did.
You mean I'm going to have to cook on this?
What do you think that is?
Well,
can
that's
tell
Dora.
Yeah.
Oh, that's around here?
And there she is coming out of a cabin.
And that's
Oh, this is with
Irma and
her
Ken.
girls, her
Irma and Ken.
Her friends?
her
Round Robin
round
girl.
robin letter.
What's that?
There were 9 teachers, 9 women that worked together, and they had a round robin letter for, I don't know, 30 or 40 years.
And a round robin letter?
One
Is
would
that-
write a letter and
Oh,
send it
okay.
to the next
have a
one, and the
son.
next one would
Got
add
it.
to it, the
And
next
we
one
saw
add to
them
it, and
get
each
ready to
one
go
they
on
would
the
take their
boat.
old
They
one out.
just got
When
off
they
the
came
boat
around,
as
they
we
would
were
take
getting
their
on.
old letter out.
Huh.
And so it was a full envelope.
Oh, that's fascinating.
And after some of them died, after Mother died, Dad kept her part going so that she would still be. So that's Irma, and that was probably Mother's, one of her very best friends.
In fact, they wrote it up in the newspaper one time.
How many women were in that?
There were 9.
9.
One went to Japan.
And one of the last things Dad ever said to me about them, he said Ken was a terrible person.
He was wild.
He had bad language and cussed a lot
And Warren, his son, is just like him.
oh really?
Because Sandy and Al Burmester know him, and
Oh,
he's the same way. I don't know where that is.
That might be across the street.
But there's a fence there, Dick. I don't
oh,
know.
Okay. Well, it's one of somebody's trip.
And that looks like a lake on the other side.
It's still up there, Lake City. That looks like the lake
Okay.
at Lake City where
Misaki?
they were at.
Misaki Lake? The
Oh,
rainbow.
yeah, that's right. It's Misaki Lake. But it's Lake City. Okay, we're getting to the end.
Wonder where that is and what it is.
Snow,
It's
isn't
snow on
Looks like a
flowers.
trumpet vine almost.
Snow on flowers at Duck Lake.
Yeah.
And then there's a canoe trip with Dora and Dick, Bonnie and Dick, after B and M's wedding.
Oh.
Who's B and M's wedding?
It looks like
Or it might,
there's
might
two
be-
letters there.
It might be.
C. It's a C. Chuck and Marylyn.
Oh, okay. Chuck and Marylyn's wedding.
Look at the roof up there in the background. There's a roof there.
Yeah. I don't know where that is. Snow on the way somewhere.
Woodpile.
There's a pile of wood.
That's here.
That big a wood pile?
Yeah.
Now we're going
So
on
there's
a canoe
Bonnie on
trip,
the left and Sparky.
And I think this is the
Did
White
Sparky
River.
go on the canoe trip?
Probably.
Yeah. I think this was on the White River, and we just, it was a day trip. And we went from one spot to the next bridge or something.
Well, look at she's sitting right there in the middle of the canoe.
Eating lunch or something.
There's somebody lying down.
Ugh.
I think that was Mother because she had on all blue.
Yeah.
Your mom wore all blue?
No, but that I saw her in all blue and see
I
her. She's
see.
in
Got
all
it.
blue there.
That's her.
We're hung up on a log, and we're going over the log. We bring the canoe over the log. Is that me? Yeah, that must be
Yep,
me in the
that's
water.
you.
Pulling the canoes over that tree.
Looks like a nice day.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was summer or fall
day.
or-
It was a summer day.
We're coming to the end here again. A couple more seconds.
Now Bonnie's got to get back in that canoe some way. I wanted to see that.